Too many people are in relationships that are not working, but they just want to get married. They just want to get married. Sofana man. I don't know if you know Sofana man. Sofana man. Make I just marry. Make I just marry. My time is going. Let me just marry. Let me tell you, you see all those aunties that will push you into a relationship. I can't count the number of people that we've had to counsel. And they will tell me things like, when I ask, why did you marry this person? Because by the time they tell you all the problems, he's cheating on you, he's stingy, he's beating you, he's lying to you, he doesn't provide for you, nothing. She doesn't listen to anybody. All kinds of things. She's quarrelsome. She beats my mother, beats my sisters. She's always fighting. All these things. So why did you marry this girl? You hear things like, oh, my uncle prophesied. Our family prophet prophesied. My mother said this is the best person for me. Now that you're having problems, where is that prophet? Nowhere to be found. Now that you're having problems, where are your parents? In their own house. So if you're in a relationship that is not working, don't move it to the next level. It doesn't make any sense. The Bible is very clear. It says in Ecclesiastes, I think it's Ecclesiastes 4. He said, 2 are better than 1, for they have a good reward for their labor. If you don't have a good reward, if you are worse off as 2, then that scripture does not work. It's as simple as that. It says 2 are better than 1. If being in relationship with this person is making you worse, then you can't go ahead. Too many people are marrying for the wrong reasons. You are married either because of money. And I always tell people, it's so much easier to borrow money than to marry for money. So much easier. Because there's no rule that says that because someone has money and you marry them, that means that they will give you money in marriage. Can't count the number of men who have money, they are philanthropists outside, but their children cannot find 3 square meals to eat. So don't marry someone just because, oh, this person is rich or my time is going. I know that a lot of times you go for events and aunties will be asking you things like, so we come and eat rice. Very simple answer. Tell them, auntie, when you cook it. It's that simple. Don't let anybody put you under pressure just because they want to do celebration on your head. So when we tie Ashwebi, auntie, Ashwebi full market, go buy a more. Don't let anybody put you under pressure. If it's not working, you guys are not friends. You guys don't have conversations. You people don't have intimacy. Where apart from sex, remove, and I tell people, if you want to test your relationship, remove sex, remove money. You will know whether you really have a relationship. Most people without sex, they can't do anything. Most people meet, you just off cloth. Wear turtleneck like this. You will see that you have nothing. And if you have nothing to discuss, because in marriage, what you'll be doing is friendship. If you guys are not friends, there's no point. It's not working. It's not making you a better person. It's not building your character. It's not changing anything. So if you make this person, nothing is working just because we've been together for so long. Just because, what will people say? I've dragged this thing 5 years. Even if you've dated somebody 10 years, until you say I do, you don't do. School fees is not bride price. He paid my school fees, why will I not marry him? You return the money. You don't marry, you don't pay school. See, life and money is not the same. So somebody trained you through school. It's not a reason to marry somebody. I know that it's not the kind of thing they like to hear in Port Harcourt, but it is the truth. You know, marry and person will train you. Now what for you? You get mind. So you leave the guy like that, you'll leave him. Since you want to do scholarship is not bride price. Or better still, don't collect what you cannot pay for. So make sure the relationship is working. Make sure there's really a relationship there. Because courtship actually is rehearsal for marriage without sex. That's what it's supposed to be. Because in marriage, you need to talk. You need to have plans. You also have somebody that, men marry for beauty, but they forget that that's not what they really need. Because after a while, the Bible tells you that beauty soon fades. after a while, her beauty you won't even see it again. You want to make serious business decision. Do you think it's pancake and what do you call that thing? Mascara and all these things and human hair? You need somebody you can have a serious conversation with. Oh, this is what we plan to do with our future. You marry somebody, you cannot do homework with your children. You now get to school, the child has failed your homework. The child come home and say, you see what I say? Me and mommy failed it. You may marry because of somebody's shape, but let me tell you, it takes being sharp to keep a man. Oh, your shape may attract the man, but it takes being sharp to keep a man. Because at some point in a man's life, beauty will not matter to him again. This is what will matter. This is what will matter. So men, make sure there's connection. Women, make sure there's connection. Make sure it's working. Make sure there's an actual relationship. And men, please let me say this to you. Don't marry for where you are, marry for where you are going. Too many men marry for where they are now. Then tomorrow the woman doesn't fit into it. And then you're now fighting temptation of cheating. Because when you now get to that, your next level, you'll find a woman who fits into that future. Project. Marry someone for where you're going. Marry a woman that can fit into your future. I always encourage men, in quotes, and I don't mean this in an insultive way, but marry above yourself. As my pastor would say, is marry above your pay grade. Marry someone that when you rise to where you are going, when she stands beside you, she still fits in effortlessly. Not that you now be pulling her along and trying to make her what she's not. So if it's not working, don't get into it. Make sure it's working.